It is Voice on the Move Radio, at www.vmradio.co.za. Good morning to you. If you just open your radio station right now, you are pretty much welcome. Thank you very much for being here. But I did speak about the fact that today we are speaking about discipline. And how disciplined are you? And when do you actually realize? Mina, at this point, no, I stuck to my myself being very disciplined. But I'm going to have a chat with a couple of people joining us live on our TikTok. And also just head in there at Voice on the Move Radio on TikTok. Kutso Astole, good morning. Welcome to Voice on the Move Radio. How are you doing? Hi, Kutso. Kutso, good morning. All right, I don't know what's happening there, but it's there. I also see Siabonga. Siabonga is saying, good morning. Good morning, Isia. How are you doing? And welcome to Voice on the Move Radio. Also, I don't, Uti, how are you? I am good. I don't know what's happening with Ukuto. You might just have some internet problems, but let me have a chat with Umlondo, who's also just joining us live on our TikTok. Umlondo, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, Sisi. Kunjani?
Ngiyaphila, ukuphi ndawo?
Oh,
shout out to you, man. And what are you doing this morning?
No, I'm actually working from home.
Oh, nice. Hey, how sabawele kuba wena yazi. Yeah. So how do you stay disciplined when you are working at home?
I wanna discipline when you are working from home because
yeah, true.
When working from home kudinga idiscipline enkulu kakhulu nasiswami yabo.
Ngoba kancane uyefrijini.
Besides uyefrijini nje angithi ifuna like mina ngumuntu ongakwazi ukufocus entweni eyi1 ngesikhathi esiyi1 yabo. Kuyenza ukuthi busy nomsebenzi kuvele kube khona umuntu ozokubheka nje. Uzubonela ukuthi ukhona. Omunye uyakwazi vele ukuthi usebenzele endlini yabo. So uvela afike nje azokubheka maybe ufika ngesikhathi sokuthi une meeting. All right, fine. Uzomdedela ukuthi akahlale. Umdedela ukuthi akahlale. But makahlala ulokho akuxoxisa kantoni ubhizi ngapha so uluza nefocus yabona.
And ngala uzozethi umuntu uyayitshela wena njalo.
Aba understand ukuthi no guys visit any weekend or after 4.
Yeah, true. 100%.
Even nami anginaso isikhathi sami yabo. Yeah.
All right. No, thank you so much for trying. But I'm sure they should understand. Abana choice because mangabe songasasebenzi la ebona bazobe ngaseze ukuzokuvakashela njalo.
Uyabona bese kuthiwa le gang le sebenza iyayijena.
Yeah, true kanti they don't understand. But thank you so much man, Mlando, all the way from Flosloras ne.
Yeah, bosiswami ngiyabonga.
All right. Sabonga nosuku oluhle but yeah.
Nawe sisi nje kancane nje ngokuphuma kwi-topic manje ngicela nje ukuphuma kancane nje.
All right.
Siswami, thank you for the platform. I thought I should use it. La sinenkinga as people I'm a person living with a disability, yabona.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's something that abantu abangayi understand. I'm trying to create or break a barrier between able-bodied people nabantu abaphila nama-disabilities yabo. So in so doing that, there are challenges that abantu abaphila nama-disability are facing in the workplace environment or ekuhlaleni in general yabo. Because some people are not educated about disability yabo. But that's a story for another day.
So what is your wish to have maybe campaigns that abantu understand ukuthi abantu that are actually living with disability now, but they are still people and they shouldn't be treated differently noma ubabuka ubanyeze or ubabuka ubadabukele.
Like my wish is like you see nama campaign nje sambeli ikole yabona. Even sibe nama gatherings emphakathini yabo sibe nama gatherings emphakathini to educate abantu about ama disabilities because are different. Omunye umbone normal but une disability yabo
100%.
Then kube khona abanama physical disability laba nama physical disability ibona ke ababhekana nama challenges kakhulu. And okunye siswami yabona kuna lento le stereotyping nanto lokuthi when you are living with a disability umqondo wakho ngathi awusebenzi yabo leyo ama-challenges esibhekane nawo ku-workplace environment so yiyo yonke into ezizama ukulwisana nayo ikhona i-foundation ekhona esibambisene nayo but asitholi uxhaso yabo asitholi uxhaso but if singakhona ukuthola uxhaso because sihlukahlukene khona abasepitori yimi ngi-life Florence khona abase-Bergville yabo.
What's the name of the foundation?
Inosipiwe Khumalo Foundation.
Yes. So that abantu bezokwazi ukuyi-check out nikhona ku-social media nanani because lesikhathi esiphila kusona manje living in a digital space njengoba nawe sesihlangana kanje and you're explaining your story, you never know who's listening and who is actually willing to assist. Nikhona kuma-social media and how can people reach out in terms of assisting?
Yes, sikhona kuma-social media Inosipiwe Khumalo Foundation. Siyaba nokuba nama-lives like izolo besine-live discussing wona lawo ma-issues abhekana nabantu who are living with disabilities yabona and even if awunayo disability you are welcome because sizofundisana yabo
100%.
Sifundisa nabantu abaphila nama-disability ukuyiphatha nokuzi-expose emphakathini ukuthi uzifake kubantu yabo like for mina for instance abantu manje senginokuyinikeza ukuya emall yabo senginokuzinikeza ukuya emall because uma ngihamba emall abantu bayangidabukela bayangizwela noma ngiphethe ama-plastic umuntu uyangizwela ngathi manje angikwazi ukuzenzela kanti an individual ophila ne-disability akayithandi loo nto leyo ngiyazazi ukuthi ngihambe ngigcine kuphi yabo ngiyazazi ukuthi ngihambe ngigcine kuphi mase ngiyazi ukuthi mase ngingasafikeki la ngiyayeka
no 100%.
Yes, I understand ukuthi abantu ba-sympathetic but kwesinye isikhathi okuhlale naye lo muntu one-disability umbuze ukuthi manje kanje kukanjani because ngibone mina uma ngihamba umuntu uyambona ukuthi lo muntu ngizwela ubuhlungu ngize ngimbize sixoxe ukuthi hayi kanje
nami ngi-normal in my way nakhona because even ebusweni abanye you can be able to see ukuthi no lo muntu lo akangibuki because uyangibuka they are looking at me because now they're feeling sorry for me and nendlela engidaleke ngayo wena in the meantime you are normal in your way because you go to work you phila normal in your way nakhona it's not like awusakwazi ukwenzani.
Yes so manje abantu bayazizwela kakhulu and loo nto leyo like umuntu ophila ne-disability ugcina naye asezibuka ngale ndlela le wena ukubuka ngayo kanti emqondweni wethu thina sinormal njengawo yabona and we do create ama-friendship nabantu aba-able bodied ayikho into siyahamba siyela akukho la singafiki khona yabo so people can if they want to know more they can be in touch with me follow me on TikTok uNkosinathi umlondo mnyama on Facebook Nkosinathi Mlondo and I'm it's free I can educate you noma unengane umzali unengane ephila ne-disability you can come to me noma ingane yakho izinyeza ne-disability yayo like yabo because kunabazali who don't understand lento yama-disability we foundation yethu siyakwazi ukuthi sicuphisane because ingane ayiyona umzali oyi-one yesizwe sonke.
True. No, but I'm sabonga kakhulu and I think it's one of the things la eNingizimu Afrika in our society that we need to learn more about so that sizo understand ukuthi because indaba ye-disability noma ngabe ubani ngenzeka athola umntwana o-disable and then what do you do after that wena makuthi umuntu obabukela kude noma umuntu obasabayo but the more we get close to each other the more that we understand each other. I think it makes perfect sense and I'm sure ukuthi abantu bazokuchecka lapho on TikTok as Umlando Omnyama just like you said if they need more information on that then they can always acquire from you. Sabonga kakhulu for your information that we really do appreciate it on the station.
Thank you very much.
All right, man. A big shout out to you. Omlando Omnyama. And let me just quickly put in Tumelo. Tumelo, good morning. Welcome to Voice on the Move Radio. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning, guys. How are you?
We are awesome, man. How are you doing? No, I can feel
you
that.
See my surname there. You can see my surname there and you'll ask yourself, we are happy, we are happy. My name is Tumelo Sijobe and I'm located Soweto Snake Park, but I'm coming from Limpopo, Kabudulo. So I'm one of those people that are disabled. Yeah, that way, but not disabled, hall and stuff. Brain said, but people, they are not happy with my disabled. But now I'm happy about myself because I got 5 metrics that are in university, college. So today, guys, I'm just happy to join you So I wanted to start there, go to Pinyalona Kala, which is when I'm at home. One thing that encouraged me is that when I see kids, when it comes to me, they smile. They say, Maluma, you can do it. How you doing it? And then I tell them I do it this way and this way. Then they get happy. So it's the way I occupy my space with children because of but whoever Hulu sometimes they'll judge us before watching what's going on, you know?
Yeah, true.
Because of Kileko Skolong, and I'm happy, remember, all those teachers,
Yeah.
I was happy because they were teaching me something that I didn't see. But today, guys, like to me, it's a good way because of being a slow learner. Let me tell you, it's very nice. Everything that you're doing, it's coming slow, and you're going to see every process. You'll see everything. Than being fast, to be fast. I mean, I'll tell you, Mama, mama batala, usisa batala, university, mama masters, mama bakhulume nami sikhulume, azwa to graduate, upita graduate, mama. Imitri certificate yami le technical, inezandla phakathi kuphela, which is I'm doing general in my life. Baze bamangala, what I'm doing, mommy, I can change. Ngapenda, ngafaka isilingi, ngakupendela imoto, ngakwenzela ama-tiles. I can do everything with my hands.
Yeah.
Because of his skill lesibangike sona, and I'm not ashamed to be where I am. That's why I need to be like one to disabled guys, please don't worry about them.
Yeah.
Right. They will be worried about it.
Yeah.
And then but that time you were busy with yourself. No one was there for you. So that's why Kasi is encouraging. Don't wait for someone to come and say, please, bona baba ignore them. Just give them big ignore to them 7 name of 5 guys. Like I'm lucky. You know, we take polish 35 rand, like I'm doing 1,000 rands. Like I'm your convos like in Patana, I'm like in right when doing courses. So my disability is not
it's
somebody
not stopping
else's business
you.
that can take me
Exactly.
down.
You know, it's not stopping you into achieving your
It's
dreams.
my story, guys.
Yeah.
It's my story. Noma ngakhumuzi, noma ngaba nabantwana ngayenza. It's ngitshele mama, when it comes to abantwana like ngaba teacher to abantwana understand ukuthi lo baba lo teacher kamnandi, lo bhuti. In fact khambani isigela siva ngithi baba, ungawari ngami, let me help you.
Yeah.
And then ube right.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but right namhlanje basevali, abanye UNISA, some of them Pretoria, like I'm happy, but like who I am, I'm sharp.
Yeah, no,
So guys, please.
No, thank you very much for sharing your story, Tumelo. It really means a lot. And I like the fact that you said, Batu is slow learner, but everything comes to you slowly so that you see each and every step that's coming your way. That's very powerful. Abanye abantu, they take it lightly, go to slow, then uzosala behind, instead of understanding. To slow. No. This means you are getting everything, each and inch of everything that's coming to you is a win, and you can clearly see it. Thank you very much for sharing. I'm sure this is very useful to abanye abantu who are actually living with a disability as well.
I understand about me. Kunomunye ubaba wephoyisa. Angina license ne?
Yeah.
Angazi imoto. Ngiyaqala ukwasha imoto lo baba lo akhiphi athi mfethu, I don't care what problem you are. I don't care wherever you are, your stress. Please make my car clean. And so that I can be happy and make you happy too. How long nigi imoto when say this is R, this is reverse, this is clutch, this is this. Please reverse the car. Anga reverse imoto. Ngabe ngayipaka kahle. It's like umuntu lo ne license ofundile, but I didn't go there.
Yeah.
But right now I'm still working on my license. Ngiyakhona ngiyobuya nekhadi lami elipink. It's slow learner.
Yeah.
Which is enjoy process, baba.
Yeah.
Stick to the lane. Bona noma bangangishiya. What is good about me ngizobathola bangimele. Like nothing happened.
Yeah, thank you very much, Tumelo, man, for sharing. We really do appreciate it. Have a great day, my brother. All right, man. And of course, I can see a comment from Uliyema Paul, one of our top listeners. Is always tuning into all our shows. He's just adding there because I know now he's actually living with disability and he is an author. He was just sharing with me what he recently released his book that he wrote, and I'm still waiting for him just to tell us more about the book that he released. So he's saying that I have the disability and I am not ashamed of myself and I don't mind other people's opinion. And I know this guy, I know him because I also just follow him on his TikTok page. Very powerful. I don't know how we got there, but I guess it was God's plan. So yeah, this one goes definitely out to everybody who's living with disability or people who are actually not living with disability, because we are not feeling sorry for abantu that were born with disability, but we are trying to make abantu that are able to understand what if you're a person that's living with a disability, akumele treat it differently. You shouldn't look at them ngazuthi sekufanele manje udabuke if you gave birth to ingane that's disabled. Sekufanele manje kube ngazuthi uNkulunkulu has actually gave up on you. So it's just another journey. Wonke umuntu une-journey yakhe that's very different from everyone else. So you should never ever compare yourself to omunye umuntu, because that's where the problem starts. It is 43 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock. Masibuya ngala, we're going to check what's so special and different about today. But for now, let's go to a beautiful song from a beautiful song from Hompi. This one is titled Ngiyabonga.
Njalo maybe sibona ndawo ngibebhethi kuyophela sofana mesijabule kubona kungathi singakhala, baby you know as I know umuntu uqala ehlweni kulaba ulokhu umile nami ungibambe isandla sami, ngiyakhumbula behleba bethi konke kuyophela kuyofana ngento engazange yenzeka kodwa kwavele kwalunga. No, let them talk, they don't know what I've been through. Let them talk shit, man, just me and you. Don't you ever listen to, you know people love to talk. Let them talk, let them talk. They don't know you polish the war inside of me. Ubawusange ube khona eduze nami, sandwa ngabangikula engikhona.
Morning Movement, 9 to 12 p.m. with Lonely D.
We the best.
Lalela, Voice on the Move Radio is going 100% local music. Local artists, let us move together. Catch our live 100% music performance on our YouTube channel at Voice on the Move Radio Live. Click like, subscribe, and share. #original sounds, #welcome to the future.
Want to be in love someday. And talking about love and relationships, today we are actually celebrating a National Affairs Love Day, right? Namhlanje kumhlaka 18 September 2024 as celebrate uthando. Do you actually remember who was your first love, right? So it's all just about love. So if ukhumbula ukuthi who was your first love, ne? The person that you really, really loved. If I had to share my story, yeah. I guess when it comes to lending your first love, because it always happens when we are young and teenagers. That's where lento your first love happens. But the nice thing about that is because when you are young, you just also like honestly, and you don't get into intercourse. You just love that person. So if I had to remember my story the way I saying because I love that boy very much, and I was still doing grade 8 back then. And my daughter shouldn't hear this story because she'll start doing some things that I will never ever be Be about. All right. So, if you have a story to share, maybe you can just quickly drop those comments on our YouTube channel. We are currently live on Voice of the Move Radio Live. Drop your comments. Tell me if you actually remember who was your first love, and just share that story. Also, we are live on Facebook at Voice of the Move Radio, live on our X page at VM Radio Talk, also live on TikTok at Voice on the Move Radio. But on our YouTube, we are Voice on the Move Radio Live, and we are currently live on that page. We are also giving away 5 gigabytes of data. So, when you want to win, simply share your story by commenting on our live shows, streaming shows. We should go to why do you think you actually deserve to win? And if you ever win, if it happens that you win, you are lucky enough to win, what you're going to do with that. Do drop those comments right about now. A big shout out to Leandra, who's actually tuning in on our show on Facebook. It's a hey girl, how you doing? All right. Also, Oscar Msomi, Oti Fem. I love this show, Morning Movers. Good morning, Oscar. Thank you very much for being part of the show. Big shout out to Oscar Owenza. Hashtag soul vibe and R&B. Actually, it's R&B and soul and R&B vibes on Saturday from 12 to 3. Also, a big shout out to Undingo Ayabonga, Payisa Otige. Let's move together. Learned definitely on Facebook. We are moving, and make sure you stay tuned for that because there's still more to come through. And at 10, we're going to have a conversation with a Safer South Africa Foundation. So stick around for that. And of course, a little bit later on, we're going to be focusing on women because it is Wednesday and this day is dedicated to Abantu Besifazane. So we're going to have that woman talk. So stick around for that more, especially Abantu Besifazane. You don't want to miss today's topic. Very interesting. It is 52 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock this morning. And of course, I did say today we are celebrating a National First Lovers Day. So do you remember, Ogotu, who was your first love? The first person that you actually fell in love with, and how was that? Do you even still get the same feeling now that you are older when you first meet a person, and now that you've had so much experience when it comes to relationship and love? Let me just quickly do this, and then I will be checking with Wena. Do you remember who was your first love? And do you still see them like man? Because our first love are people that, like our neighbors or from our schoolmates and so forth. So do you still even see them? Do share that on 0745174983. Do you still remember who was your first lover?
Morning Movement, 9 to 12 p.m. with Lonely D.
We the best.
The Voice on the Move Radio.
Voice on the move to move one soul over original sound. Sound to run over originality and create origin. This is the recognition to many generations. Welcome to the future finest of faith, where integrity and honesty is being honored. This is the ground to perform incredible acts. Voice on the move, removing to solve one voice resistance, moving you out from the mountains of sorrow that maintains you from the ground, switch you to a clear vision. This is the sound of victory, revolving to solve one voice resistance. Let your voice be heard. This is Voice on the Move.
We the best. We the best.
All right, most definitely, we are the best internet radio right now. Tell me something else and I wouldn't hear nothing at all. If you want to stream us live on our website, say good www.vmradio.co.za. I almost said Indaba, but this show is probably brought to you by Indaba Insurance Brokers. You can also just check them out on their social media on TikTok, Indaba Insurance Brokers, on Facebook, Indaba Insurance Brokers. But this show is probably brought to you by Indaba. But if you want to listen to us on our website, it's www.vmradio.co.za. So I did drop in a question wanting to know, do you still remember who was your first lover? Who was this person that you first fell in love with? Kindly share that on 0745174983. That was 0745174983, because today we are celebrating a International First Lovers Day. Hey, let me find out from Umam Tola, which is going to be very interesting. Umam Tola, good morning. Welcome to Voice on the Move Radio. Yapila, my love.
Good morning, Lovey. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
It's always nice to go to see me now, Wima. Sithandwa sami uzoba right. Kumele uthole nje medication. Noma mhlambe awuthi ngikulaphe ngale ndlela. Usakhumbula ukuthi ubani isithandwa sakhe sokuqala?
Hayi, angifuni ukukhuluma ngaleyo nto. Yabo loyo. Mangimcabanga vele ukuthi angivele ngimthole la ekhona engabusaphila. Ngivele ngimfohlole. ngikuhloze njengephepha ngoba manje wangizwisa wabaleka esaba ukuthi manje uma useyavutha usefuna ukuya nasesikoleni ovela wabaleka.
Yeah, shame ne.
Inkinga manje.
Senenkinga manje uyamthanda lo muntu manje usesaba umama nawe seyabaleka uyabona phela manje ukuthi nawe uzoba senkingeni mawukuthi
wabaleka nje isiZulu namanje angimazi and uma ngicabanga nje ukuthi ngivele umfohlozo njengephepha
ngoba wawumthanda. Yes, because wawumthanda uthando lena liphelanga.
Anokuthi umuntu wayengazi ukuthi wenzani ngaleso sikhathi cabanga
Yeah, it didn't make sense. Usibona mase sibadala but mawusemncane usucabanga ukuthi wena wenza into right but siyabonga kakhulu ma
inkinga nje usathana ungezansi.
Yeah, absolutely. Siyabonga ube nosuku oluhle sithandwa sami.
Oh, ngiyabonga sithando sami ube nosuku oluhle nani be right my guys.
All right, no siyabonga. All right. That is girl Umamutola. She's always making sure go to corner we show. You know, it's nice to have regulars on the show. It makes us feel very, very grateful to our listeners that always listen to our shows. Let me find out from Utumelo, maybe nayo sakhumbula ukuthi who was his first love makukuthiwa kwaba naluthanda abantu abasahleki lapha bahle ukuthi hey kodwa hey loluthando loluqala. Yeah, our first love always hleze ke isixabanisa with abazali because suke sicabanga ukuthi yeah si right but in the meantime suke si wrong 100% wrong and we only realize mase sabazali nathi ukuthi hey what first love for ayisebenzi lonto la. Tumelo, who was your first love?
Olerato bantu benkosi igama lakhe uthando nje intombazane enhle emsuthi ngamehlo amashine ukufishane. Yayi yazi lapha ecollege nje bengasabambeki ushuleki bengifuna ukuthi yazi noma ngingabhali just sekuthi ngiyembone ngimbambe nje kube right.
So what happened to Lerato? Yeah,
it's like everything changed. Like I want to say about when I'm modeling and you know with nice kakhona lapho and
so guys choose me
into that cabanga. Mina ngichoose wena sesingena ku Shane sithenga impahla. I didn't tell him ukuthi ngikuthengela impahla hey kodwa yazi disappointment ihlezi ikhona.
Yeah, true.
I want disappoint kodwa I'm sorry ube right because of it. Wangenza ngibe strong.
Yeah, true. No.
Bengayazi le part disappointment. December yami 2023. Ngidle kakhulu kabi.
Oh, so this was just recent.
Angazi bekuyistart or bebafuna ukungivula amehlo uthi hey wena awungeni yonke ngenyawo la ungeni konke nezandla lana
uyangena ushiya okunye outside so that makuthi ziyakhala usheshe uphume uyayibona but at least you learned your lesson.
Engithi ngakhala ngatshela umama athi ngawutshela mntana.
No, thank you very much. Utumelo, keep listening to the show. And Umlando, there is busy just saying, hey, I'm sure that they broke his heart somewhere, somehow. All right, thank you very much for those comments. Really do appreciate it. Looking at the time, Osandi Lembili will be coming through with your news. And of course, after 10, we're going to have that conversation with the Safer South African Foundation. So stick around for that and more to still come.
Morning Movement, 9 to 12 p.m. with Lonely D.
We the best. We the best.
Lalela, Voice on the Move Radio is going 100% local music. Local artists, let us move together. Catch our live 100% music performance on our YouTube channel at Voice on the Move Radio Live. Click like, subscribe, and share. #original sounds, #welcome to the future.
Izindaba ze-Voice on the Move Radio zifika kuwena zishisa futhi zihlonzwe izintatheli ezisezingeni eliphezulu. Uma unodaba ofisa sibale noma sikhulume ngalo, ungathinta ihhovisi lezintatheli ku-074 517 4983 noma uthumele i-email ku hello@vmradio.co.za okanye ubhale ezinkundleni zokuxhumana. Voice on the Move Radio News. Our voice is your voice.
The Voice on the Move Radio. Voice on the Move News.
Here is the news.
Lezi ndaba zehora leshumi kumsakazi Voice on the Move Radio, igama lami ngusandile wakwambili. Sawubona mlaleli. Kudutshulwe owesilisa oneminyaka engama-34 eceleni komzila wesitimela ePhoenix izolo ntambama. Ngombiko wabaka-Reaction Unit baphuthume endaweni yesigameko ngemuva kokubikela ukuthi sekunomuntu wesilisa odutshuliwe kuyo le ndawo. Bathe uma befika bafica owesilisa eseceleni komgwaqo enenxeba lokudutshulwa emhlane, inhlamvu yaphumela esifubeni. Uthe uma ebuza ngokudutshulwa kwakhe wabikela abaka-Reaction Unit ukuthi udutshulwe ezihambela nje emgaqweni, akasazi isizathu sokuthi udutshulweleni. Ube eselashelwa khona endaweni yesigameko, wabe esephuthunyiswa futhi nasesibhedlela. Sekushayisene izimoto okubalwa netekisi emgaqweni u-N3 ku-Durban bound ngase-Ashburton ePietermaritzburg namhlanje ekuseni. Lezi imoto zishayisene la kwakhiwa khona umgwaqo kuyo le ndawo, kanti kusolakala ukuthi itekisi iphumile emzileni yasishayisa izimoto ebhekene nazo ngaphambi kokuthi ligingqike. Kanti kuthiwa itekisi binamagibeli ababili besilisa abashonele khona endaweni yesigameko. Kanti kuze kube manje amaphoyisa asendaweni yesigameko ayaqhubeka nophenyo. Lo wayengqongqoshe emnyangweni kahulumeni uMnumzane Pravin Gordhan uzobeka endaweni yokugcina kusasa. Kuzokhumbuleka ukuthi uMnumzane Gordhan washona ngoLwesihlanu ngesonto eledlule ngemuva kokuxinwa isifo somdlavuza. Izolo kube nenkonzo yakhe esikhumbuzo eGauteng, kanti namhlanje kulindele ukuthi kube nenye inkonzo esikhumbuzo lapha KwaZulu Natal. uGordhan wadlula emhlabeni eseneminyaka engama-75 kanti washiya amadodakazi akhe amabili kanye nabazukulu. Kuzokhumbuleka ukuthi nasey'nkundleni zokuxhumana abantu abaningi bebegxeka ngokushona kwakhe uGordhan, bethi akezange enze kahle. Laleli ngizophinde ngibuye futhi ngehora le-12 kunomsakazi iVoice on the Move Radio. #Your voice is our voice.
Voice on the Move News.
Here is the news.
Izindaba ze-Voice on the Move Radio zifika kuwena zishisa futhi zihlonzwe izintatheli ezisezingeni eliphezulu. Uma unodaba ofisa sibale noma sikhulume ngalo, ungathinta ihhovisi lezintatheli ku-074 517 4983 noma uthumele i-email ku hello@vmradio.co.za okanye ubhale ezinkundleni zokuxhumana. Voice on the Move Radio News. Our voice is your voice.
The Voice on the Move Radio. 9 to 12 p.m. with Lonely D.
We the best.
Feeling alright. It's too short. I said, ooh, baby, yeah. Life is too short. I said, ooh, Havana. Life is too short. Let's make things right.
Lalela, Voice on the Move Radio is going 100% local music. Local artists, let us move together. Catch our live 100% music performance on our YouTube channel at Voice on the Move Radio Live. Click like, subscribe, and share. Hashtag original sounds, hashtag welcome to the future.
Moving mountains is not just the only thing we do to give you the best insurance quote. Talk to our friendly consultant today on 031 012 5223 to switch and save. At Intaba, we understand that every cent is worth saving, and we are happy to move mountains to give you a peace of mind and enough savings in your pocket, knowing that your policy is well taken care of, with benefits like passenger liability, personal accident cover, and more. Follow us on social media at Intaba Insurance Brokers. Email info@intaba-insurance.co.za. Call 031 012 5223. Intaba Financial Service is a licensed service provider with FSP number 47111. Terms and conditions do apply. Premiums are risk profile dependent and reviewed annually based on a risk profile and economic factors.
All right, it is 14 minutes after 10 o'clock this morning. Hashtag welcome to the future. This is the Morning Movement show. Still hang out to myself, Fulondi D, the girl behind the mic, and of course, man, taking care of you until the hour of 12. It's a beautiful Wednesday, the 18th of September 2024. Played you a beautiful song titled Ilolu Thando. Also played you Orolen featuring Umehluli and Umanqoba Betige. Just in case you are just tuning in for the very first time, thank you very much for being here and making us the number one online radio station in the land, all the way in Durban. It's a KZN, good number 11, in Nanda Road, right here in Hillcrest. I hope that you are good. If you want to get in touch, it's 0745174983. That's your 0745174983. Just in case you might have questions for our young guests that we have in studio right now, feel free to make use of that number. You can also just drop your comments on our YouTube channel at Voice on the Move Radio Live, also on our Facebook at Voice on the Move Radio, also on X at VM Radio Talk, also on our TikTok page, because we are also live there at VM Voice on the Move Radio. So in the studio, I have a Safer South African Foundation, but I have a cabinet, the young cabinet airline in Africa, all the way from Kwasanti Secondary School, if I'm not mistaken. In the studio, I have Utula Sizwe, who is actually the president of the cabinet, and I also have Anele, who is the minister of education. Sanmonan, how are you guys doing?
We're good, and you?
I am good. Where are you guys from?
From Kwazulu Secondary School. I live in Luganda, and my fellow here is Anele Kamane. She's also from Kwazulu Secondary School. She also lives in Kwazulu.
Yeah. And how are you doing, Anele?
I'm fine, and you?
I am awesome. Welcome to Voice on the Move Radio. Is that like your voice, or you still gonna? Because obviously, if you're a minister of education, you need to voice out for the youth, you know. So please just share a little bit about this cabinet of yours.
Yes. The main thing about our cabinet is that we wanted to create a South Africa that is equal for all, supplies resources to all areas, especially underprivileged ones. Because the main focus of our cabinet is to re-envision the future of South Africa. It was also the topic of our debate. It said reimagining the future of South Africa under the GNU government. It focuses on building and making South Africa a better and more secure country, improving access of basic services, creating job opportunities, and many more.
Yeah.
The main thing we focus on is to find flaws in the current system and reimagining those flaws and coming up with solutions for it.
Absolutely amazing. Before we actually get into that and how it started and the way it's going right now, what grades are you doing?
I'm doing grade 11.
I'm also doing grade 11. We're actually in the same class, 11G.
Oh, nice. So, and who's your class teacher?
It's Miss Mvuyani.
All right. No, a big shout out to Miss Mvuyani for such an amazing student that she has, right? All right. And what made you guys interested in, because this is politics, what made you guys interested in politics?
I don't know what to say. But when the program started in our school last year, it started around May. It was a 12-day program. We were first going to be taught about police work, how police work, the judiciary system, the justice system, everything pertaining politics and law. There were professionals coming in almost every single day, different professionals. And on the third day, we went to that place. Because on the first day came the people from the Westville Prison, Correctional Services. They corrected us. They said it's Westville Correctional Services, not prison. They were teaching us about everything. They were teaching us about everything to expect from prison, how the system works, everything about it in general.
Yeah.
And they also took us to the Westville Correctional Services to experience it firsthand and see how people live there, how people behave and everything. Yeah. The main point of Safer South Africa Foundation was to educate young people, as they said that, and as we know that young people are the future of tomorrow. Absolutely. They wanted to build strong, capable leaders with the necessary information and skill set to make South Africa a better and safer place again. They were teaching us about everything that we might use as tool sets to achieve those objectives of creating a better South Africa. And that's what also we took and performed on when we were doing our debate.
Yeah. And Anele, what do you think, before I actually get into that, please share the cabinet and who is they?
Okay, so in our cabinet as a KZN team, we have our president, Tulasizwe Shange.
Okay, so he's the president, this one.
Yes,
Okay.
he's the president.
All right.
And then we have me, myself, and then it's Kamane, the Minister of Basic Education. And then we have Amahle Zondi, who is the Minister of Police. And then we have Njabulo Msomi, who's the Minister of Employment and Labor. And then last but not least, we have Spogazi Kobane, who's the Minister of Monitoring Evaluation.
So is this for KZN or is it for South Africa?
It's the positions that was given to us. It's the positions that were given to us by our coordinators.
Yeah.
As we were given a topic to debate on, which was saying...
So this is from your school?
Yes, no, not only in our school.
Okay.
The debates consisted of 8 provinces. And then we, as the KZN team, we had to work upon this topic and also the other 8 provinces.
Okay, so there are other schools involved.
Yes, there are other schools involved. In our team, we don't only have Kwasante Secondary School, we also have J. Indlovu, and we also have Westmead High School.
All right, so now that you are a Minister of Education, maybe let's focus on that. What were the debate about and where do you feel like the system of education in South Africa needs to change?
Well, as the Minister of Basic Education, I was given a task to do research. Like, as we know that in South Africa, there are so many disadvantaged schools. So I had to do research on those schools and I had to come up with a solution in order to increase the high rate in South Africa and also to find educational resources across schools. So yeah, I had to, as an acting minister of basic education, my speech was about that. The mission, it was about the vision of the Department of Basic Education. It was about the mission of the Department of Basic Education, and it was about us, me and my cabinet, reimagining the future of education in South Africa.
Yeah, and where do you think the mainstream right now, like the main education system, where do you think it needs to be fixed?
Well, I think first it needs to be fixed in the school infrastructures. As we know that we face a low availability of learning materials in school, so the Department of Basic Education needs to increase the learning material in schools, making the learners fully equipped with the necessary tools to achieve their dreams. And also, they need to focus on bringing back something that can bring back something that can reinforce discipline in school, as I've seen that the teachers face many challenges daily in terms of enforcing discipline in schools.
Yeah.
And also, if they could maybe, I don't know, by any chance, maybe increase the capacity, maybe improve the teaching qualities and the learning qualities, and also put some more numbers of teachers in schools to assist us with education and learning.
Tulasizo, as the president, and meaning that you are a leader of this cabinet, Yako, where do you guys want to point and where do you want to focus? And if you had to start with ama departments that you have, which one do you think you would start fixing first?
The department that I think or believe needs more tending to, I believe, is the Department of Education, as my fellow colleague said.
Yeah.
The Department of Education.
So that's why you brought her here. Yes. She's the main focus.
Yes.
Okay.
The Department of Education needs more focus, as we have young minds to shape into the future of tomorrow in education. You have an obligation to shape these young minds into greater things in the future, because currently in the state of our economy, education is almost overlooked in some certainties. Because if we have to focus more on education, as we have to supply the schools with the proper resources, the proper infrastructure, and increase the number or the quantity of teachers in school, as some schools suffer from underqualified teachers. Some schools also suffer from the low number of teachers, and some schools have a low number of students, hence they have a low number of teachers.
Yeah.
But I'll take example for my school. My school, we have lots of teachers, but for some time, maybe last year, we didn't have a teacher because the teacher left in the middle of the year.
Yeah.
We had substitute teachers coming in, but we were suffering a bit because our marks were suffering because we were used to being taught by the teacher, and the teacher came with a new learning style or teaching style to teachers.
Yeah.
We also need to improve on the infrastructure. Most of our schools lack the resources to equip learners with skills. Our school focuses more on academics less than sports or extracurricular activities.
Yeah.
We have to focus more on skills, because some students, as we know, are not well gifted in schools, but there are some
with
are
skills. Yeah.
they're gifted in skills.
Yeah.
So we have to focus more on increasing the availability of skills teaching and sports teaching, because as I've said, some students may be better at sports than academics. So if we improve them, we offering them a chance to embark on that journey, and therefore creating a better life for themselves.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you, because if we start at school, that's where everybody starts at. So if we fix the schools, we fix the crime, we fix everything. So now now that we are at this point, obviously you guys are fixing the coming future, but now how do we actually work on the drugs, the teenage pregnancies that are happening in school, and also maybe the safety, because there are people that carries weapons to school, and then how do we work around that?
The problems you've stated are problems that need tending to in schools amongst the learners.
Yeah.
But the focus on those problems currently is focused on teachers, how teachers can prevent this. But I think that we need to educate learners on how to prevent this. When facing that kind of situation, we have to reimagine what can we do about it. So the problem about drugs in schools, we have to get the deeper meaning. Why is the student using drugs? Is it peer pressure, or maybe is there a problem at home that needs tending to? Because emotional health plays a big part in the student using drugs, in bad habits.
Yeah.
The problem of of firearms or guns, weapons in schools. I don't know actually what causes that, but I think that if we focus more on teaching learners on how to resolve conflicts without using violence, if we teach learners on how to talk, how to converse with other learners, on how to resolve conflicts without using weapons, I believe that the rates of accidents or violence in schools regarding firearms and weapons can rapidly decrease.
Yeah, no. If you're just joined us now, we are chilling with the young cabinets of 2024. I have Utula Sis, who's actually the president of the cabinet, and also I have Anele, who is the minister of education, one of the students that are under a Safer South Africa foundation, and also they just came from Joburg, right? You guys just came from Joburg from a debate with other provinces. And how was that?
It was a thrilling opportunity. It was very exciting.
Yeah.
But it was nice building friendships, learning new places, making new relationships.
Yeah.
Overall, and the competition experience was amazing.
Yeah. So for a person who's actually hearing this for the very first time, go to a Safer South Africa Foundation that actually helps in making sure to fight against crime, you fight against teenage pregnancies, you fight against the education, just like we were mentioning. Where is this going since you are the part of this organization?
Well, first, the Safer South Africa Foundation deals with the crime prevention. It goes around schools, as we know that like, our youth are the true custodian of the future. So they're trying to shape the youth, trying to prevent them from crime. So they go around schools and select learners to participate in a program. Just like us, we participated last year in a program around May, and then we were 106 learners participating in the program. And
from your school?
Yes, from our school. At the same time, Westmead High School and also JE High School. So we were taught, we had 12-day lessons, and we were taught on how to prevent crime, the types of crimes, and how to engage in daily activities in order to prevent crime. And also, we had certain people visiting us, like the local police officers. They visited us during the program, who taught us about crime and the laws and the bylaws in South Africa. And also, we had the Advocate Miso, who came in, who's a lawyer, came in, and then we went to a prison. We went to a crime prevention center, actually. So we were taught on how we were there to see how the prisoners stay in the prison, and then we went to the court where we learned about how the trial. We learned about how a trial is done.
So you get experience of how it happens in real life, right? So when we come back, we're going to have more conversation and find out from our president, where is he leading this his country to? Because as a president, you are a leader. Let's just quickly take an ad break with a beautiful song from Obuda Musik. The song is titled "Don't Delay My Future." it is 37 minutes after 10 o'clock this morning. We're still tuning into Voice of the Move Radio. This is the Morning Movement Show, and we are live with the president of the national, the government, National of Unity, as well as Department of Education, Anele, who are actually leading a cabinet tab that just went to Joburg for the debates. And Bawini, London,
No, we came in 5th place.
You came in 5th place, but you guys are also preparing yourself to go to Morocco, to Cameroon, right? Yeah. So, what is the EGNU for a person who is at your age, again, who are doing grade 11? They don't understand. Everybody's just saying there's this GNU that's going on, but we don't know what's going on. What is that?
Okay, so a government of national unity is a coalition government formed by representatives of different political parties in times of crisis or national emergency. It aims to bring together diverse viewpoints and expertise to address pressing issues and work towards a common goal, which is to make South Africa a better and safer society for all. It aims to create a socially justified system by tackling poverty, food security, inequality, and the high cost of living, and providing a social safety net and improving access and quality of basic services. All these 11 parties in the GNU government commit to uphold respect for the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the rule of law.
Yeah. And how is this going to work out for people who are actually living in that country?
People living in that country, it's going to be better for them because it comes with diverse viewpoints and expertise. So people come with different ideas on how to tackle problems. So it's not only one person, like previously in the last government. It's not only one person who's
the president
and taking the decisions, but it now consists of different political parties who would then come with different ideas and work towards finding the best one for the nation. Yes. And education-wise, we have to enlist our Minister of Basic Services, of Basic Education, to improve, to come up with the strategies and objectives on how to improve the quality and access of teaching and learning in schools, and how progress should be tracked, and how to improve early childhood development.
Yeah.
And in our Ministry of Police, we have to, as we know that South Africa is by far one of the countries with the most crime rates in Africa.
Yeah, true.
So the question was, what can we do about it? So in that, we're going to enlist our Minister of Police, who's currently not with us today. She's Amahle Zondi from Westmead Secondary School. Her high-level revolutionary vision and policy plan, which will conform to professionalization, tools of trade and training, skills teaching, and crime intelligence. Because if we want to combat crime, we have to be knowledgeable and skilled when it comes to it. We have to know how to prevent it, and we have to know the gist of it before we know how to prevent it.
Yeah, and now you as the president, do you now listen to the other political parties when they take the decisions, and do you accept?
I listen when there's a national address of all the political parties, and I believe that some of their goals or visions for the future of South Africa are good, but some of them, they promise too much in a short space. They promise to address issues which have been hanging over for years, for decades, if I'm not mistaken. But they promise to solve them now in a short space of time. And if you want to build a safer nation, you need to enlist help from different places. You need to make realistic promises. Make promises that you can hopefully achieve.
Yeah. What are some of the disappointments that were actually promised in the couple of years back when it comes to the education that are still, not done as yet?
Some of the promises that were made was they promised to increase the availability of learning material, as I've mentioned before. But even now, we're still facing the same problem in schools, and they promised to increase the capacity of teaching as well, and to increase the number of teachers in school.
Yeah.
But even now, we're still running short of teachers in school.
And how are you going to make sure that we have enough teachers as the Minister of Education now?
So, as the Minister of Basic Education, I think it is very imperative to set forth a visionary plan that will shape the future of education in South Africa. Like, firstly, we need to envision a future where every child has access to quality education.
Yeah.
And as the Minister of Basic Education, we're alongside with the Department of Basic Education, I think the mission needs to be simple, the vision. We have to reimagine a future where every child is equipped with the necessary tools to achieve their dreams. As the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa states that everyone has a right to basic education.
Yeah.
So as the Department of Basic Education, they need to increase the quality of teaching and learning and also ensure to incorporate new technology in school and also create a culture of relaxed communication by allowing staff, the teachers in school, by allowing the staff to state the problems and the challenges that they face in school daily.
Yeah.
And
So, yeah.
to also increase the chances for the teachers by allowing, creating a culture of relaxed communication by identifying the staff needs.
Yeah. So we also just have a question from Honorable Member is saying that we always hear the quality of education. What exactly is quality education?
Quality education, it's where we receive, I think the high quality education lies in the metric pass rates. As we know that last year, the South African metric pass rate increased to 82.9%, but then it was 55.3%. So when we're talking about the quality of education, we have to overlook the results, the metric results.
Yeah.
Yes. If we have a 55.3% metric results, that's not quality education because some students are still left behind. Yes, we know that sometimes it takes a whole you to make your future a success.
Yeah.
But then I think it also lies in the Department of Basic Education to make a quality education.
Yeah, and that can also start when they're still young, because if you were not focused from the beginning of school, you can't change. Now that you're matric, so now I'm going to be focused.
Yes,
It also
that
just
can't
needs to be,
happen.
yeah.
But even we still need to have the availability of learning material.
Absolutely.
In order to have the quality education.
No, absolutely. Just to wrap things up with the president, looking at South Africa, what do you think that we need to change when it comes to our leaders that we have currently?
The thing that needs the most tending to in our leaders today, I think that minister non-deliverance is the thing, whereby when you can't perform your job to its full extension, you have to step down.
Yeah.
So I believe that most of our ministers today have been around for 10 years in the same
Why do you
position.
think they don't want to retire and go home?
There's a lot of things coming into play when they don't want to retire, because it could be the money. There's a lot of things.
Yeah.
But I think the main
It's not
focus,
greed.
It's greed and money, because
Yeah.
you have to open if an older person leaves the job, it opens the doors for younger people to assume the job position.
Yeah.
Because younger people come with fresh minds. They know how this current society stands. And old people come, not old people, the senior citizens who are currently holding the major positions in the country.
Yeah.
They don't know how our society works in this 21st century.
Currently, yeah.
Yes, currently. They only know how our society used to work when it was during their times.
Yeah. Let me come to you with your last question. What one thing you will add within the education, in the Department of Education?
Maybe increase the availability of sports in school.
Yeah.
Because right now in school, I've noticed that we're only focusing on studying. And we ignore the sports. The sports are good for mental health. They help you relax. if you engage in sports, the research has shown that if you engage in sports, if you exercise more, you are more likely to even increase your pass rates in school.
Yeah, and for you, what one thing that you will change in your country?
The one thing I would change in my country is changing up the people in power, enlisting younger people into positions of power, because they come with fresh ideas, fresh mindsets, and a fresh new way of living.
Yeah. Would you say if you had that chance to bring back Mhlambe a death penalty, would you consider it as a precedent?
Yes, I would.
With so much that's going on, really?
Yes, I would.
Yeah.
I would actually, because the death penalty, with it coming with the con of prosecuting someone who's not guilty, but it also comes with the pro that most people during the death penalty, the crime rate was relatively low compared to now, because people were afraid of what might happen. Because now, if you commit a crime, you're not afraid because you can go to jail and come back after a couple of years. But if with the death penalty involved, you know that one mistake, I can go out.
All right, there you have it from Utula Sizos, actually the president of the cabinet of the GNU, and also Geo Anel, who is actually currently the minister of basic education, right? Correctly. So please share with us, when are you guys going so that we can support, so we know what's going on, and how can we stay updated?
Well, actually, it's not stated that we're going to Cameroon yet.
Yeah.
But the top 5 provinces will be competing against each other. And then the winning province will then go to, the winning team will then go to Cameroon.
So it's still going to be provinces competing against each other.
And that's
in Joburg?
process. No, not in Joburg, virtually.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And then that process will undergo during October.
Okay.
And then
so it's coming.
Yes, it's
next
coming.
month.
Yes, next month. And
Yeah.
we're ready for it.
Oh, that's good. All right.
And then the Cameroon trip will be, the Cameroon competition
will be after that.
Yeah, after that, but
Yeah.
during the end of November or at the beginning of December.
Oh, that's very close as well. And can people join in when you are debating on visual, or it's just you can see?
We're not sure yet.
Yeah.
Of what is going to happen. We'll keep you in touch with further information.
All right, cool stuff. No, I'm happy with that. Thank you very much for joining us, and we wish you best of luck in leading the country, right? All right. It is 10 minutes away before the hour of 11 o'clock, right here on Voice of the Move Radio. Had Utula Sizwe, who is the president of the GNU, as well as Geo Anel, who is the Minister of Education. They come under Safer South Africa Foundation, who is actually helping out students to stay focused and know what is actually happening, and also just working with the youth of South Africa in fighting against crime, teenage pregnancies, drugs, and everything in between. So make sure what you do, check that out. I think they do have a website, or if you just when a person want to follow and check more information on that, is there a website available?
We have a Facebook page,
Okay.
Safer South Africa Foundation. It's under that name.
Or it consists of all the provinces, not just you guys. All right, so you can check that one out on Facebook at Safer South Africa Foundation.
Morning Movement, 9 to 12 p.m. with Lonely D.
We the best. We the best.
The Voice on the Move Radio.
Voice on the move to move one soul over original sound. Sound to run over originality and create origin. This is the recognition to many generation. Welcome to the future finest of faith, where integrity and honesty is being honored. This is the ground to perform incredible acts. Voice on the move, removing to solve one voice resistance, moving you out from the mountains of sorrow that maintains you from the ground, switch you to a clear vision. This is the sound of victory, revolving to solve one voice resistance. Let your voice be heard. This is Voice on the Move.
We the best. We the best.
9 to 12 p.m. with Lonely D.
We the best. We the best.
Moving mountains is not just the only thing we do to give you the best insurance quote. Talk to our friendly consultant today on 031 012 5223 to switch and save. At Intaba, we understand that every cent is worth saving, and we are happy to move mountains to give you a peace of mind and enough savings in your pocket, knowing that your policy is well taken care of, with benefits like passenger liability, personal accident cover, and more. Follow us on social media at Intaba Insurance Brokers. Email info@intaba-insurance.co.za. Call 031 012 5223. Intaba Financial Service is a licensed service provider with FSP number 47111. Terms and conditions do apply. Premiums are risk profile dependent and reviewed annually based on a risk profile and economic factors.
Lalela, Voice on the Move Radio is going 100% local music. Local artists, let us move together. Catch our live 100% music performance on our YouTube channel at Voice on the Move Radio Live. Click like, subscribe, and share. #original sounds, #welcome to the future.
Morning Movement. 9 to 12 p.m. with Lonely D.
We the best. We the best.
Hey, it's time to move your business to the next level.
How so, my brother? Please tell me.
Listen up, man. VM Radio has some exciting advertising opportunities designed just for your business.
Wow, that's amazing. Tell me more.
Hey. It's simple, man. Email marketing@vmradio.co.za or hello@vmradio.co.za right now, and we will help you reach your target market.
#welcome to the future. Morning Movement. 9 to 12 p.m. with Lonely D.
Dynamic presenters who are ready to bring you the best tunes and engaging conversations. #welcome to the future.
Everybody put your hands in the air.
Can you hear that? It is the echoes of the future that have sprang in spring. Welcome to Voice on the Move Radio celebration of success. Since September 2023, we have been thrilled to share unforgettable moments with our incredible guests, dedicated stakeholders, and amazing staff. Together, we have created something truly special. As we embrace the future, we are excited to step into a new world with our multi-channel broadcasting expansion. Here's to new beginnings this spring and to many more milestones ahead. We thank you for being part of our journey. #welcome to the future.
Stay in the scoop wire on the Voice on the Move Radio. On Voice on the Move Radio.
You are stronger, better than ever. You can do it, Peregrine Nation.
We the best. We the best.
Phakamisa amehlo wami usizo lwami lovela phindlela imiphela phambili ngobalekela amathunzi ayebukela sesiphelile isikhathi indlela zobumnyama ngoyifihla kweliphi ihlathi ngokhala ngobikela ngoba ithuba ngitholile ngokhala ngoba ngufulathele nalomhlaba ogcwele inzondo nabo ngiwelele phesheya ngojesela izono zami ningikhulekele nqini idolo ningakhali bantu abami nami ngigijimile seliphelile ibanga lami letha naliphepha nami ngibhale nami igama lami ngibhekisa ikhanda phezulu ubambe isandla sami
ngakhala kwaphela inyembezi mangisandaza kuphela amagama ukhala asisi lutho impilo inqabile ngiyavuma langishoneli mangithandaza kuphela amagama ukhala asizi lutho impilo ingabile ngiyavuma langishoneli langa langishonela bo langishoneli langa langishonela bo
bathi ngomthandazo sibhekezele sophumelele kwehluleke nomama bethu sebesikhuleke basinika ithuba lokwenza kahle siyahluleke wonke urongo esudalile uzoba nomphumela bengihamba ngomnyama mina bengiphuza amawala bengalaleli umuntu noma bengikhuza abadala beshisa izinto ejika amehlo ejike ngisho umqondo bheka manje sala kutshelwa sesibona ngomopho
akhala kwaphela inyembezi mangithandaza kuphela amagama ukhala asizi lutho impilo inqabile ngiyavuma langishoneli langa langishonela bo langishoneli langa langishonela bo akhala kwaphela inyembezi mangithandaza kuphela amagama ukhala asizi lutho impilo inqabile ngiyavuma langishoneli langa langishonela bo langishoneli langa langishonela bo
jikile izinto la impilo inzima la lempilo engiyiphilayo esimini engasikhethelayo dala ngitabalasa kunokodwa okuhlanganayo sathana ngitshela ukuthi ayikho into engiyiphilelayo
akhala kwaphela inyembezi mangithandaza kuphela amagama ukhala asizi lutho impilo inqabile ngiyavuma langishoneli langa langishonela bo langishoneli langa langishonela bo akhala kwaphela mangithandaza kuphela amagama
Lalela, iVoice on the Move Radio is going 100% local music.
You hear that? It is the echoes of the future that have sprang in spring. Welcome to Voice on the Move Radio celebration of success. Since September 2023, we have been thrilled to share unforgettable moments with our incredible guests, dedicated stakeholders, and amazing staff. Together, we have created something truly special. As we embrace the future, we are excited to step into a new world with our multi-channel broadcasting expansion. Here's to new beginnings this spring and many more milestones ahead. We thank you for being part of our journey. Hashtag welcome to the future.
As we step into the new year, tune in to Voice on the Move Radio for the freshest sound and vibrant voices. Meet our dynamic presenters who are ready to bring you the best tunes and engaging conversations. Hashtag welcome to the future.
Everybody put your hands in the air.
Mdali wethu nomhlaba sikwethembile Jehova sicela ususe ithunzi elimnyama usiphe izibusiso zokukhakha awukhakha sonke izibopho kashula amafini aboshwe izitha zethu esizazi esingazazi awukhakha sonke izibopho kashula amafini aboshwe izitha zethu esizazi esingazazi yashabalala amaqembu bayabholiswa okhuleka egameni likajesu umkhonze yena yedwa Nkosi Jesu uyiqhakamba kude ngezikhathi zonke ngezinsuku zonke ezimweni zonke wenzile indlebe yakho yabalula ukusizwa welula isandla sakho ukusisindisa wena wedwa uliwuhlu lukajehova elisusa izono zezwe phuma thuzela inyama phuma thuzela uthembo abakhatheleyo nabesindwayo abaphonsa kuwe imthwalo yabo uzobathwalela wena uzobathwalela izinkinga nezinselelo.
And that is how we do it right here on Voice of the Move Radio. That is Uspamandla, the big man in Keys. It is 24 minutes after 11 o'clock. It's a beautiful Wednesday, umhlanga 18 September 2024. Voice on the Move Radio is giving away 5 gigabytes of data. So you are listening right now. Please drop your comment to share why do you think you deserve to win this amazing prize? And of course, Wednesday, go to 5 gigabytes of data. What are you going to do with it? Share your story live on our comments section. We are live on YouTube at Voice of the Move Radio. Also live on our TikTok at Voice of the Move Radio. Also live on Facebook. Voice on the Move Radio, on XCVM Radio Talk. So you can just quickly drop in those comments. Why do you actually think you deserve to win such an amazing prize? All right, it's Wednesday. It's Women Crush Wednesday. It's not Women Crush Wednesday. It's Women Talk Wednesday. But yes, you can crush on a certain woman. It could be professionally or just who's doing the most. As another woman. So you can actually do that when show ukuthi uyabapraise uyabakhombisa futhi ukuthi umsebenzi abawenzayo muhle kanganani. Ayikho into ebalekile njengokuthi from with women to women si understand and support each other because it's very important. Ayikho into ehlula imbokodo mangabe sihlangene. So you can also just do the same. Kungabi khona lento yokuthi abantu besifazana abazwana because we've had so much of stories like that. Uthola ukuthi mangabe kunabantu besifazana abahlangene kuzoba nokuhlebana, kuzoba nezinto ezimbi ezenzakalayo. Sesikhathele, we're getting rid of all of that. We are bringing in abantu besifazane together so that they can work benze umsebenzi wenzeke. Ngabe khona nje into ethi women to women, it doesn't turn out very good as well. So we are changing that. And talking about that, I did say that city hashtag women talk. That is where we at. Make sure your number is on speed dial 074517 4983. That is 074517 4983. So today we are looking at women positivity and self-acceptance. Women positivity and self-acceptance. So of course, looking at things like fighting body shame and fat phobia. We have so many women not only to want to start gaining weight. You feel like you are not attractive anymore. That is when you start to lose your self-confidence as umuntu wesifazane, which is actually very important. And of course, man, we're going to look at things like challenging society and challenging society standard beauty as well. Embracing our imperfections and our flaws as well. And of course, developing self-awareness and self-forgiveness. So let's look at all of that. Share with me, as a person, how do you actually embrace yourself? How do you accept yourself? How do you positively accept yourself the way that you are, the way that God actually created you. Because there's so many women uthola ukuthi umuntu akasazi ukuthi kumele enze njani, because once you lose self-confidence as a woman, you have lost it all. Because what you're going to do, a woman is supposed to be imbali that just brightens up the room. So the moment that you lose all of that, that's when you need to go back and look at yourself. Go to where exactly have you gone wrong with yourself. So do share your comments on 0745174983. That is 0745174983. You can also just drop your comments on our Voice on the Move Radio on Facebook, on our YouTube channel, on X, as well as on our TikTok. Make sure you drop those comments on our WhatsApp 0745174983. Looking at women positivity and self-acceptance, how do you actually manage that as umuntu wesifazane currently? Share this so that it can also help omunye umuntu wesifazane who's listening, who's going through a hardship in terms of accepting themselves and the way that they are, and the only thing that they have in engqondweni zabo ukuthi no, I can't do it anymore. Now we need to change that mindset of that woman. So do send those voice notes or those comments on 0745174983. This is Voice on the Move Radio, hashtag welcome to the future. If you want to market your business with Voice on the Move Radio, get in touch with us by dropping us an email. It's marketing@vmradio.co.za. That's marketing@vmradio.co.za. Marketing is one of the most important things that you can ever do for your business.
Hey, it's time to move your business to the next level.
How so, my brother? Please tell me.
Listen up, man. VM Radio has some exciting advertising opportunities designed just for your business.
Wow, that's amazing. Tell me more.
Hey. It's simple, man. Email marketing@vmradio.co.za or hello@vmradio.co.za right now, and we will help you reach your target market.
Hashtag welcome to the future.
All right, Voice of the Move Radio only plays 100% local, underground, and upcoming when it comes to our music. So if you are a local artist and you really wish to have your music being played on Voice on the Move Radio, it's pretty simple. We understand because there's just so much talent that is underground. Hence why we are giving you this platform. We're going to show what on all our shows, we play nothing but 100% local underground upcoming. This means your sisters, no put back and your friends, studio sabo at the garage somewhere, keep good music. Make sure that you tell them that Voice on the Move Radio is giving them a platform so they can be able to listen to their music right here on Voice on the Move Radio. So all you have to do, just drop us an email, go studio@vmradio.co.za. You attach 2 of your professional pictures, you attach your biography, your music must be an MP3 format, and of course, send at least about 3 of your songs. Hashtag welcome to the future, hashtag original sound. So the email is studio@vmradio.co.za. So send at least 3 of umculo wako now so that we can have variety. You attach your professional pictures, you attach your biography as well, so that we can get to know a little bit more about you. So do that and do that right now. Do share this or head into our Facebook at Voice on the Move Radio for more details if you want to see more of what I'm talking about.
Lalela, Voice on the Move Radio is going 100% local music. Local artists, let us move together. Catch our live 100% music performance on our YouTube channel at Voice on the Move Radio Live. Click like, subscribe, and share. Hashtag original sounds, hashtag welcome to the future.
Morning Movement, 9 to 12 p.m. with Lonely D.
We the best.
Just stand up. What's up?
Morning, Londi D, and your listeners at home. It's Pastor Dr. Tamara Shange here. Let me first say, ngiyayithanda kakhulu the topic or that you are covering today. Women body positivity and self-acceptance. Leyo nto isayi-challenge enkulu kubantu besifazane ukuthi bazi accept as they are ngokudalwa kwabo uNkulunkulu. Kubalekile ke ukuthi empilweni accept it doesn't matter ukuthi you are short, you are tall, you are tiny, you are fully figured. Kufanele nje accept lokho njengesiphiwo esivela kumdali. Nalapha ke sina problem yokuthi we getting pressure from society because they've got this thing ekhanda labo lokuthi umuntu perfect should be umuntu of fair in complexion, should be umuntu slim and tall and so on and so on. So lokho ke kuyasicinezela as people, as women, ekutheni uzame ngayo yonke indlela ukuthi ushintsheke manje indlela uNkulunkulu akudala ngayo usufuna ukuplease the world or the society esiphila kuyona, and it's not easy. Ugcina usuthola abantu bebleacher benza yonke leyo into, and it's against umthetho kaNkulunkulu ukushintsha ibala and so on and so on, but we do it ngoba suke sifuna ukuplease i-community. I think let me touch on those 2 points, and then nemedia ke imedia ihlezi ifuna ukusivezela kuma cover page nje koma magazines. We find ukuthi abantu bakhona they're extremely beautiful izolento ngokwabo, but ubone ukuthi la izinto eziningi zi-artificial ibala lakhe engeselona manje lakhe benze omabody bani baya implanta and so on and so on. So nje ngithi bantu besifazane asibuyeleni ekutheni sizithande thina, let's love ourselves. Ukuthi uNkulunkulu wakwakha kanjani, wakwakha ngenhloso, akenzanga imistake. Ilokho nje engifuna ukudlulisa kubantu besifazane namhlanje. Thank you so much Londi D for the opportunity. Nisale kahle nabalaleli.
Good morning, Londi Girl, and our beautiful listeners here on Voice on the Move Radio. It's Leandra here, your back from the past co-partner. I have a quote for everyone here today. Be there for others, but never leave yourself behind. If you have the ability to love, love yourself first. So loving yourself means being thankful for your body, your mind, your soul, your feelings and emotions. It's your unique way of seeing the world, your way of interacting with others, and your way of being in the world. You have to love everything about yourself, the light, the dark, and all the shades in between. Show the world, this is me. Don't worry about imperfections. Everyone has it. Embrace it and be thankful if you have it, because somewhere in the world, someone wishes that they can have the worries that you have about your body, mind, or soul. We are all beautifully unique, and if you don't have self-love at times, that is okay. It never goes anywhere. It's always there, ready for you to go back to. Have a beautiful day, Londian listeners. Mwah.
All right. No, thank you very much. There was just 2 comments from Oleandra, and of course the other one was from Dr. Tamara, just sharing with us, how do we now as women have self-acceptance and positivity with the way that we look, with the way that actually God created us. You can also just share how do you accept yourself the way that you are, so that you can also help out omunye umuntu wesifazane who's currently going through ups and downs with the way that they are, the way that they look, the way that God created them, so they can feel comfortable within their own skin. It's 0745174983. Check some more of your comments. Feel free to drop them if you are watching live on Facebook at Voice on the Move Radio, on YouTube at Voice on the Move Radio Live, on X at Voice on the Move. It's actually VM Radio Talk on X. And please do drop those comments. I will be reading them from the site.
Good morning, Londi D and your listeners. Ngiyathemba ukuthi wonke umuntu uyaphila during this week. We finally got some sun out.
Absolutely.
Londi, on today's topic about woman body positivity and self-acceptance, it's as if you knew. This is something that I am personally struggling with. Some days are good, some days are bad. I think a lot of women are battling out there with societal standards, ukuthi umuntu wesifazane must look this way. And I think also there's so much confusion, because there's people that would talk about ukuthi ukuba isidudla kuhle, but at the same time being too much of a studla is too bad. At the same time, having the flat stomach and the perky bum and hourglass figure is also quite the thing to be. That's what makes you get into certain circles or rooms or be respected because of the way that you look. I think a lot of women are suffering from this. I've seen people that are so thin that they actually want to gain weight because they feel that it will make them look better. I think it just comes down to how you feel about yourself and how you know where your confidence levels are. And when you look in the mirror, are you happy with that? Mina ke Londi ngum Christian. I'm a Christian, and I believe that we all made in God's image. And I don't think uNkulunkulu ukuthi uyalenza iphutha for making you look the way that you look. However, with that being said, that should never be the excuse yokuthi ngidalwe kanje. I also think that if you're too thin, there are health issues. If you're too fat, there are health issues. More on the bigger size. So I think for me, it's not so much about what I look like, but am I healthy? And you don't want to die of a heart attack or suddenly develop cancer or any other diseases that are related to obesity. So as for women, I think every single morning you must just look at yourself in the mirror and have some sort of slogan to chant to yourself, Uguti, who you are and that you are beautiful. And I truly believe that women are absolutely beautiful with or without makeup. So let's try and embrace the perfections and the flaws. And I think for women, especially that have had children, I think they are the ones that are constantly suffering all the time because of the way that they look after childbirth, because your body goes through so many changes that you feel upset with yourself. And there's also being in a relationship where, for example, you met the person that you're with looking a certain way, and after childbirth and after a couple of years of marriage, now you look a specific way. So that can also take its toll on the emotional part. And when you're not happy emotionally, your eating habits are quite bad. I know I've got such a sweet tooth. I don't eat or how many times I should be eating. So I think we just need to just take ourselves to a quiet corner and reevaluate, where do I want to be? What do I want to do? As a personal experience, I always relate things that I know about to myself. And one of those things is that, I've started training in a way so that at least about why I'm not so happy about my body shape.
Yeah.
So, lento ke yokuthi abantu bazothini into engangi-affect-ke at all. And I think for all of us, once we start living that way, we will be living much better lives if we remove ourselves from societal pressures and what you call social media standards. I think if you love yourself, and I'm seeing a lot on social media where big women are just, loving themselves and showing off their best part. And it's not about the actual body. It's about what's in your brain, what's in your heart, and your confidence. Have a fantastic week. Love you lots.
Thank you so much. That is a comment from Umora, just showing that as a big woman that she is, as much as she has accepted herself, but to run away from Ukula Nanani, she is working hard to show good to know she stays active. Looking at woman positivity and self-acceptance, and how do you actually overcome that so that you don't lose your self-confidence as a woman? It's 0745174983. Feel free to drop in those comments just to motivate abanye abantu besifazane, because social media, the internet has just made things worse for everyone. We all think ukuthi wonke umuntu banamabele amile, wonke umuntu they got some small stomach, wonke umuntu banezinqe ezinkulu. And the thing ungothola ukuthi when you just I think uyenza nje, but for some people iyakwazi uba-affecta in a way eyenza ukuthi they lose their self-confidence, especially for abantu besifazane. Just like Mora was mentioning, ukuthi once you give birth, umzimba wakho uyashintsha nani. You can even lose your partner just because umzimba wakho usoshintshile. So let's check some of those comments. How do you actually help those women who have lost self-confidence into coming back into being themselves if they feel like khona into wrong with their bodies? Here's a comment from Wiki.
Morning, Londi,
Good
and
morning.
your listeners.
How are you?
Okay, my topic for today is about developing self-awareness and self-forgiveness.
Yeah.
Self-awareness and self-forgiveness are essential practices that can transform your personal and professional life. Self-awareness, Londi, when we talk about self-awareness, we are talking about understanding your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. To be able to develop it, you need to reflect on your actions daily. Seek feedback from a trusted individual. It could be umngani or closey or a family member or itembayo. You need to be able to identify your strengths and your weaknesses. This will help you to grow while setting personal goals aligns your actions with your values. On the other hand, Londi, when we talk about self-forgiveness, we are talking about acknowledging your mistakes without ukuthi uzobe harsh kuwena. You need to understand why mistake happened. Treat yourself with compassion, and if possible, make amends. You need to let go from kunabantu abafuna ukuba perfect. You can never be 100% perfect. You need to let go of that thing and focus on your progress, not perfection. Create rituals that will help you to release guilty. And importantly, okubalekile, you need to learn from your experience and move forward. For businesses leaders like myself, these skills are very, very important. Self-awareness will help you to make right decisions and authentic leadership. While self-forgiveness will empower you to bounce back from setbacks with resilience. Remember, embracing your journey with compassion and awareness opens doors to greater success and fulfillment.
Morning Movement. 9 to 12 p.m. with Lonely D.
We the best. We the best.
Morning, Lonely D.
Good
and your
morning,
listeners.
good morning, good morning.
Topic here today, ekhuluma women body positivity and self-acceptance. What I'm gonna say, mina ukuthi ubuhle bomuntu starting from within. Once umuntu wazazi ukuthi ubani i-identity yakhe, u-embrace umzimba wakhe noma ngabe kuthiwa uluphi uhlobo noma ngabe kuthiwa uyiphi isize, kodwa umuntu uyawu-embrace ama-imperfections wakhe nama-flaws akhe uyawa-embrace because uzaze kuqala ukuthi ubani wena uphumaphi uyaphi nempilo. Ukuba fat or ukuba islender akwenza ukuthi abantu bakubody shame, ngoba wena usuke uzazi, wena uyazi ukuthi yini okufanele uyigqokise umzimba wakho, uyazi ukuthi wena you are proud of yourself, uyazi ukuthi une confidence ekuseni emini ntambama ebusuku, and okufanele ke lo mzimba uNkulunkulu asuke kunike wona uthande ke phela, bese futhi ugqokisa into owaziyo ukuthi wena ucomfortable ngayo. Mawumkhulu it's okay ukuthi ube mkhulu, udla healthy, but umzimba wakho uqokisa ngendlela eyiyo, ube uzithande, ube muhle, ube ne confidence ngento eyiyo, because empilweni kunezinto esingesikwazi ukuthi sizishintshe zona. Ama imperfections wethu asikwazi ukuwashintsha. Ukuthi unesishwapha, sithande leso sishwapha esakho, usinike uNkulunkulu, angeke futhi usinike umuntu. Sithande bese uyasigqokisa, bese uyazithemba, kuthi la uhamba khona wazi ukuthi umuhle, ufanelekile, ngoba uNkulunkulu ukudale wayileyo nto akudale yiyo. kuNkulunkulu you are fearful and wonderfully made. Engathi nje singazithanda bese futhi siya-embraceana, sikwazi nokuncomana, siyigqokele imizimba yethu, sizithande. Ubuhle buqala from within. I love you. God loves you more.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay, that is a comment from Unoktula, all the way from PMB, just sending in a comment. No, ubuhle buqala ngaphakathi. Self-acceptance starts from within. And there is no one who's going to accept you when you're going to accept the way that you are. So confidence, self-acceptance, and staying positive all the time is required. Because people are so mean, they are always ready to throw shade without thinking what if the situations or the tables were turned, how would it feel? And of course, from woman to woman, this is what we're trying to build. And take care of yourself. All right, as we continue with some more of those comments, Wayna, how do you actually stay positive? And of course, what is some of the things that you are using to accept yourself and the way that God decided to go to act darling? I will be back with some more of those comments.
Morning Movement. 9 to 12 p.m. with Lonely D.
We the best. We the best.
Lalela, Voice on the Move Radio is going 100% local music. Local artists, let us move together. Catch our live 100% music performance on our YouTube channel at Voice on the Move Radio Live. Click like, subscribe, and share. Hashtag original sounds, hashtag welcome to the future.
I'm Nelly Shozana, the founder of the Book Behind Awards, an author and a publisher. Shooting Jengu Babes Ngwad. Today, I will talk about women body positivity and self-acceptance. Ngazabantu, when they see umuntu size 32, they automatically assume ukuthi lo muntu automatically positive ngomzimba wakhe, you know. And I think it also touches fighting body shaming and fat phobia. I've always been weight conscious in such a way yokuthi I would even compare my body kwabanye abantu, and just because abantu mhlambe they don't body shame you, but now you can also be a body shamer. Like you can self-sabotage, you can body shame yourself. So what was happening for me growing up, I always saw something wrong. I always saw something wrong with my body, you know. I always thought, okay, hey, I need to have a flat tummy, I need to have this or that, I need to fix this or that, yabo. And I struggled growing up as young as I was. I remember even grade 4, I was already body or weight conscious, and I would point out izinto engekho happy as young as I was, and I would even speak out lezo zinto kwabanye, even masidlala nezinye ingane. And I think growing up kungenze positive. First of all, kwangisiza even to work in the defense force, because I was in the military for 11 years. So kulo 11 years we were doing zonke izinto together, not the whole 11 years, but we training would sihlala ndawonye, sisebenzisa amashawa ndawonye and everything. So kwangenza ngaba aware of my body. I ngaqala to love my body, ngaqala cause sastrainer nangama shorts, ngaqala, you know, to love my body in such a way yokuthi and I always encourage especially women ukuthi don't rush to get dressed mawuqeda ukugeza, you know. Just, you know, just take your time, apply lotion phambi kwesibuko, uzibuke ube comfortable ngeibhedgeja ama-love angles akho, ube comfortable in your own skin, ube comfortable in your own body. It's not as easy as it sounds, but it's doable. I have been practicing, and it goes together with the self-love. You cannot separate it with that.
Good day, Londiti, and your listeners. This topic is very touching for me, the topic of body positivity, women body positivity, and also self-acceptance, because a lot of ladies today, a lot of women today find themselves going to the gym even though they don't like to go to the gym. They find themselves changing certain parts of their bodies even though they don't want to do it for themselves, but because of the society. So I think it's better to understand yourself and accept yourself as you are. If you'd like to change any certain part of your body, change it because you want to change it for you. Don't do it because the society says you should do that. So I think if you approach it like that, you're going to be happy, because nowadays there are people that are going to the gym. Some they end up changing certain parts of their bodies, and then they have consequences in the future because of what they've done years before, whatever. So I'm trying to say, if you think that there's a certain part or you don't like your body as it is, change it because you change it for you, but don't change it because of the society and how people are influencing you to change your body. So just accept yourself as you are. If you think there's any changes you need to do them because you want for you. If you start thinking about you more than other people, don't look at social media, what they're saying, because everyone who is your tribe, they'll find you and like you as you are. You don't have to change yourself for people to like you. So I think I'll end it there for now, because this is very touching.
MEC, the Premier has authorized
Morning Movement, 9 to 12 p.m. with Lonely D.
All right, I'm receiving so much of your comments, ladies, and I really do appreciate it. I'm just quickly squeeze in some more so that I should say, because you don't listen.
Good morning, Londi D.
Good morning, my love.
Listeners.
How are you?
My name is Black Mermaid, and my topic of the day that I choose, out of the ones that you've sent to me, is a challenging society with beauty standards. I can resonate to this very well lately, and it's just merely woman's body and self-care acceptance that one needs to do. So what I've noticed is that social media, which is also known as AI, is affecting women's take on beauty and how there is a self-hatred that starts from a very young age. Because as soon as amantombazana are able to get on TikTok and even on Instagram, and for the mere fact that these photographs have been doctored and AI has taken out amafutha, ama-wrinkles avelayo kulabantu kusuke ama-images asewethathiwe, and they make it into this perfect human being when in fact that human doesn't even exist because it has been AI generated. And it goes into wonke ages where suddenly umuntu ufuna ukufana nale model ethizeni, akasafuna accept ukuthi uney'nduna ebusweni. All of a sudden mangabe zicompare nomunye umuntu useyibona ngathi ubuso bakhe bungcolile, which is not true. You understand?
Yeah.
So as I said, it goes to all ages of groups, and they're all affected by chasing the supposed perfect body or image, or even a perfect beauty where it is unattainable because it doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
So what I've discovered as part of Uline's Journey Academy, where I attended this training as well, we have created a course as LNJ, we call it LNJ, Lions Journey Academy. We have created a course as cover or a coverisha yonke le information with regards to AI. So people are not realizing that all these things are done via technology are not real. So we want to believe what we see. We just want to be familiar or be like or Nicki Minaj or Jennifer Lopez or Whitney Houston. We certainly want to become those people that we see that have done major jobs. Some have had their buttocks lifted. They had tummy tucks. But as indlu as umuntu owesifazane omnyama, I mean, you are allowed to have your little fat bellies, your big bums, because that's our tradition. That's who we naturally are. You can't change suddenly wanting to be stick thin. So I will also share my details on Facebook page, Black Mermaid, and this is where people can get information on our courses with regards to AI. This is a challenging society where and beauty standards and building resilience and confidence is one thing that we all need to do as abantu besifazane. So once waba ne beauty standard yakho isetha ukuthi this is me, accepting who you are and build the resilience because uzohlangabezana nalawo ma challenge obviously, and also build your confidence around that, you are good.
Good morning, Lonnie D and your listeners. For me, body shaming does not exist, and I don't think that it's something that should worry people because as a woman, you need to know your body, understand your body, and find clothes that are suitable for your body. Uma umkhulu unomzimba omkhulu ungalokhana uyimpintsha ngey'mpahla just because ile y'mpahla ezisesitayeleni egqokwa zona manje. No, you'll find umuntu oyisitulo omkhulu onemcondo o-10 over 1 but egqoke kahle kufanelekile because like they'll wear those dresses ezibambanayo ngaphezulu zivuleke ngezansi or those skirts. Just know umzimba wakho and ufake into efanelekile. Like mina, I know I have a beautiful body. uNkulunkulu ngiphe umzimba omuhle kodwa izinqa angiphiwanga zona kahle. So I make sure ukuthi jean angiyifaki. Uma kwenzekile ngayifaka, ngifaka netop overlapayo or shirt overlapayo. Because I know ukuthi ezinqana ngiphiwa kahle. Or most of the times you'll find me wearing those pants athe ukuvuleka kancane lawa ngathi angikhiphe izinqa. So understand your body. Ugqoke impahla ezifanelekile. Ungabi ne-pressure ukuthi sekufike lokho manje styleni so nawe kumele ukufake umzimba wakho uthole ukuthi awuvumelananga nakho. So sabantu besifazane we need to sihloniphe sazi imizimba yethu, siya-understand imizimba yethu, then sibe right.
All right, thank you so much for all those comments and abanye ngcine ngabadlalanga because of time, but it's very important for us as women to know ukuthi wena accept the way that you are, accept the way that God has created you, and dress appropriately. Don't ungahamba nama fashion, just like what I was mentioning ukuthi ngoba nakusengenele fashion I want to try this out. Zazi ukuthi wena wakhe kanjani so that ungathi mawuphuma ngaphandle self confidence yakhe drop, because kunabantu out there who are ready to attack whatever that's coming. Nabo banenkinga zabo and they are ready to take it out on other people. So yeah, let me just leave it here for today because Usandile Mbili is in the studio with your news at 12. I will be back again tomorrow between 9 and 12. So yeah, bye. Izindaba ze-Voice on the Move Radio zifika kuwena zishisa futhi zihlonzwe izintatheli ezisezingeni eliphezulu. Uma unodaba ofisa sibale noma sikhulume ngalo, ungathinta ihhovisi lezintatheli ku-074 517 4983 noma uthumele i-email ku hello@vmradio.co.za okanye ubhale ezinkundleni zokuxhumana. Voice on the Move Radio News. Our voice is your voice.
The Voice on the Move Radio. Voice on the Move News.
Here is the news.
Lezi ndaba zehora le-12 kumsakazo Voice on the Move Radio. Igama lami ngusandile wakwambili sawubona mlaleli. Umndeni wakabhayijlal eChaswet ugcine uzitholile insalela zelungu lomndeni walo uJashiwa Bhayijlal okubeka ukuthi walahleka ngemuva kwezikhukhula nemvula okwakungo-April ka-2022. Okhulumela umndeni uDawn Gundeni uthe izinsalela zomzimba kaBhayijlal zitholakale emzini wakhe eChaswet. Uthe umuzi owawuhlala uBhayijlal usuhlala omunye umndeni manje kuthe sebezama ukuwushintsha kabusha bemba ngogandaganda kwase kutholakala izinsalela zomzimba wakhe kwasekutholakala lezi insalela zomzimba wakhe. Uthe umndeni ube usuthatha lezi insalela wase uyohlolwa nge-DNA kwase kwatholakala ukuthi uwe umzimba kaBhayijlal kanti kulindeleke ukuthi abekwe endlini yakhe yokugcina ngenyanga ezayo. Kubuye ithemba kwizakhamuzi zakuwa 24 ngaphansi kwamasipala e-Alfred Duma Local Municipality ngesikhathi kwethula inkontileka kagesi ezofaka kuwe le ndawo okuphinde kwajabulisa abahlali bakuyo le ndawo ehola ikhansela uthi Ngcobo ukuthi izakhamuzi zizohlomula ngamathuba omsebenzi ngokufakela kwawo ugesi. Kulindele ukuthi zihlomule ngawo ugesi kuba indawo iLusatania, Igwajani kanye nakamgwiji. Umphathisa wezelimo kanye nokuthuthukisa kwezendawo zomphakathi unkosikazi Thembeni Madlopha Mthethwa usefungiswe ukuthi abe undunankulu wesikhashana KwaZulu Natal. Lokhu kuza ngemuva ukuthi lo ondunankulu uMnumzane Thamsanqa Ntuli eqoke lo ngqongqoshe ukuthi ammele njengoba yena namanye amalungu e-Provincial Legislature bethathe uhambo lwey'nsuku ezine eluya eMelika ukuyoba yingxenye ye-Climate Week. Ukugcotshwa kwakhe kuhambe kanje.
That you act as a premier for the time that he is out of the country. So we're going to just read the oath and swear you in as the acting premier from today. So we will stand and you can.
My oath.
Yes.
I, Thembeni Mthethwa, swear that I will be faithful to the Republic of South Africa and will obey, respect and uphold the Constitution and all other laws of the Republic. And I undertake to hold my office as acting premier of the province of Kwazulu Natal with honor and dignity, to be a true and faithful counsellor, not to divulge directly or indirectly any secret matter entrusted to me, and to perform the function of my office conscientiously and to the best of my ability. So help me God.
Mlaleli igama lami ngusandile wakwambili ngizophinde ngibuye futhi ngokuzayo nezinye indaba la emsakazweni iVoice on the Move Radio. #your voice, our voice.
Voice on the Move News.
Here is the news.
Izindaba ze-Voice on the Move Radio zifika kuwena zishisa futhi zihlonzwe izintatheli ezisezingeni eliphezulu. Uma unodaba ofisa sibale noma sikhulume ngalo, ungathinta ihhovisi lezintatheli ku-074 517 4983 noma uthumele i-email ku hello@vmradio.co.za okanye ubhale ezinkundleni zokuxhumana. Voice on the Move Radio News. Our voice is your voice.
The Voice on the Move Radio. We are the voice on the move.
Wait a minute!
Alternatively, listen to us on these following platforms:
Can you please take me home?
Taxi Chats, Mojo Cruise, Radio Gadi, or My Tuna.
What's going on here?
Stream us live on www.vnradio.co.za.
The voice on the move radio.
Voice on the move, to move one soul over original sound. Sound to run over originality and create origin. This is the recognition to many generations. Welcome to the future finest of faith, where integrity and honesty is being honored. This is the ground to perform incredible acts. Voice on the move, removing to solve one voice resistance, moving you out from the mountains of sorrow that maintains you from the ground, switch you to a clear vision. This is the sound of victory, revolving to solve one voice resistance. Let your voice be heard. This is Voice on the Move.
We the best. We the best.